For over 60 years, I have kept watch over this village and its people. Do no harm, keep the balance. That is the creed by which I was taught, and it is the creed that I have sought to uphold. My work has only ever been to maintain the delicate fulcrum point between spirit and man, so that all beings may share this land and the bounties that it offers us. It is my small magics and quiet rituals that have kept the River Fay within the rapids and dissuaded the mountain trolls from straying beyond the foothills. In the same way, it is my influence and wisdom that keeps the people of the village from the deep wilds, from intruding into places they should not. So subtle is my work that it often goes unnoticed. Few still live that remember the failures of my predecessor and the calamities that his negligence wrought. It was my choice to abandon recognition and reverence for a life of quiet service. I knew then, as I know now, the poisoning influence of ego and the spiritual decay that sets in should such pride be allowed to fester. Yet it is this hushed methodology that has become our undoing. For when you do your job well, how is one unfamiliar with it to know that it's being done at all? They arrived 3 months ago, men of shaved head and supple cloth. They spoke honeyed words, the promises of a new and glittering god. A god jealous enough to demand the people's undivided attention and reverence, leaving little for the land and its most ancient denizens. They curried favor with their flatteries and their gold and turned the people against me. I was cast into exile as a relic of a bygone era, something obsolete to be forgotten in the wind. I begged them to allow me to complete the warding rituals one last time, but my pleas fell on deaf ears. Those wise enough to remain loyal to the old ways came with me, for they knew what would soon arrive. Together we have departed, choosing to forge a new, hard home in the hills above the village. We've worked to ensure our new life is a balanced one, to give back all we have taken in settling a place where men and women ought not tread. The same cannot be said for those who remained. There they revel in the words of a god that holds no sway in this realm, in the hollow warmth of a light that is yet to pierce the clouds. And in doing so, they spurn the lamp, awakening the beings that have so long slumbered within. Even now, I feel a change creep over the valley. A new coldness bites through our clothes, and the scent of rot hangs in the stagnant air. The wind has ceased, as if the sky holds its very breath for what comes next. I work what magic I can for the people in the village below, but without the weight of their belief, my spells carry little strength. And at last, we can do nothing but weep when we hear heavy footfalls descending the mountains in the early morning hours, and the distant screams that follow them.
Thank you so much for visiting the archive today. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more archive, check out volumes 1 and 2 of the Compendium, the archive's first published collections of short stories. Safe journeys, traveler.